In the beautiful Kurram Valley, surrounded by snow-capped mountains and ancient trees, lies Parashinar, the proud home of the brave Turi Tribe, known for their rich history and courage. By the late 15th century, the Turis were nomadic pastoralists, migrating seasonally from the Aryab Valley in Paktia to the Kurram Valley, and even reaching the Indus River. In winter, they returned to Kurram, then inhabited by the Bangash. Over time, the Turis seized parts of Upper Kurram by force and established their permanent foothold. One of the earliest mentions of them comes from the renowned Mughal Emperor Babur, who documented their presence in the Kurram Valley in his 1506 diary. The Turi tribe comprises 5 principal clans: Hamza Kel, Mastukel, Gondikel, Alizai, Duparzai. Hamza Kel, sometimes called Kuchis, were historically nomadic and later settled, cultivating lands. Mastukel played key roles in education, religious life, and conflict mediation. Gondikel became skilled traders, managing markets along the Kurram River. Alizai emerged as leaders and diplomats representing Turi interests politically. Duparzai preserved cultural traditions through music, poetry, and craftsmanship. The Turis relationship with regional powers was complex. Before British annexation, under Amir Sher Ali's rule, Kurram was governed by Wali Muhammad Khan, in part due to his Turi maternal lineage, 1869 to 1876. As British influence grew, the Turis initially resisted, but in 1856, overwhelming raids led to General Chamberlain's intervention and a punitive payment of 8,630 rupees. Under further pressure, particularly during a revolt in 1877, they sent a jirga to Kabul, paid 25,000 rupees, and Shahbaz Khan, the oppressive governor, was removed. In November 1878, General Roberts occupied Kurram. The Turis provided critical support during the Second Afghan War, supplying guides, supplies, and even petitioning the British to take over, freeing them from Afghan Amir control. The British ultimately evacuated in October 1880, reinstating Turi autonomy. Internal strife and threats from neighboring tribes prompted the Turis to invite British administration in 1892. In response, the Kurram militia, originally called the Turi Militia, was formed under British command, headquartered initially at Balish Kel, later moved to Parashinar. By 1894, its strength was 948 men, rising to 1,475 by 1905. Unlike many Pashtun tribes, the Turis are almost entirely Shia Muslims. This sets them apart in a predominantly Sunni region and has shaped their cultural and political outlook. In recent history, sectarian clashes have erupted. For instance, in mid-2023, a land dispute in Kurram district escalated into wider conflict, resulting in dozens of casualties before a ceasefire was brokered by mid-July. More recently, in late 2024 through early 2025, Kurram again descended into violence. A November 2024 attack on a Shia convoy triggered deadly sectarian clashes in Parashinar and surrounding areas, ultimately claiming over 130 lives and displacing many more before a tenuous peace agreement was reached in early 2025. Despite the ceasefire and temporary opening of the highway, local leaders remain deeply skeptical about the durability of the settlement, warning of militant infiltration by groups like the Taliban and ISIS, and calling for stronger state presence to ensure lasting peace. From nomadic roots to defenders of the frontier, the Turi tribe's journey has been one of perseverance, unity, and cultural pride. As the next generation flourishes, through schools, traditions, and unity, the spirit of the Turis remains unwavering. The Turi community continues to advocate for peace, security, education, and development, striving to preserve their heritage amid adversity.